In 3, 2, 1. We are live, Big Travie. Welcome in, Whisper Nation, on this wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving day, Thanksgiving morning show, live stream. Big Travie, my main man, my co-host, my podcast partner, my business partner. Find him on Twitter at Big Travie TFW. How you doing this morning, man?
Waking up a little late this morning, but life is good. You know, we're about to get down on the Bloody Mary bar. Got it all. We're gonna get it all set up. Gonna watch the first game, and hopefully that wakes me up or puts me more to sleep. I got a bird to cook though, so
Yeah. You
we'll
were
see what
you were
happens.
you were up late. Maybe we'll tell that story on this live stream, depending on how this live stream goes. Maybe we should share that story. That was pretty funny about you trying to search for propane. But Big
Yeah,
Travie, it
had to spend a lot of the time last night trying to save Thanksgiving. And maybe we're gonna have to save some fantasy lineups here for Whisper Nation.
yeah, definitely going to need my fantasy lineup saved now. And this is how much I love Whisper Nation. This is how much I love Whisper Nation. We got Brandon in here. Brandon Berry, first person in here. Shout out to Brandon Berry. Says, sorry to hear about DeAndre Swift. He knows how much of a fan I am of DeAndre Swift. I've got people texting me, Travis. This is how much people care about me. They've got me DMing me saying I'm sorry to hear. They knew I was super jacked about DeAndre Swift today.
Yeah, I think they just want to make sure you're not going to hurt yourself today after that news. They just want to reach out. They say, "Hey, are you okay?" You know, checking in on you.
I have many things to be thankful for today, even in this terrible year of 2020 that it is. I have a lot of things to be grateful for. So I'll be okay. It was just a very, very sad news waking up to when that was like, I was so excited for that. Just watching this game in the morning. And now it just takes away from the matchup, too, because now you've got everyone and their mother out for Detroit. And so this is looking like a nasty game here.
Yeah, I understand that completely. We will see what happens. I mean, I think as far as on the Lions side, it's very nasty. We know T.J. Hawkinson's a start. You know, we might be interested in Marvin Jones. We might be interested in Matt Stafford. On the Houston side of the ball, I'm excited about pretty much everybody up and down their lineup today. I think they all have got a good shot to get it done for you. So we will see what happens here. But obviously, yeah, the Swift the Swift truthers like yourself, pretty disappointed in this one. Can't lie. I'm rooting against you in our league of records. So I love
Unbelievable,
that your
dude.
team is dismantling, dude.
Unbelievable. That's all right, dude. I got my waiver wire guys. I'll search the waiver wire. I know which guys would play. We'll figure it out. But we want to help Whisper Nation out as well, and we want to get those lineups that help you get the right guys in there. As always, if you're new to our channel, please hit subscribe. We put out content daily, go live all the time. Sundays, 90 minutes before kickoff. And as well, let's see if we can get up to what amount of likes should we get up to before we get off today, Travis? Try to get up to it's a Thursday morning game.
15 would be good, but we'll see what happens there. We've got
That's a low bar.
7 watching.
25. 25.
Yeah. 37. We got 8 watching, only 4 likes. Let's get those likes up. I'm gonna come in here and talk a little bit to the people here. Obviously, Brandon Berry saying sorry about Swift. We've got Toby Loba in here. We got Sam Crawford. We've got Rajveer saying happy Thanksgiving to all my Americans. We appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Happy Thanksgiving. And Thomas Egley, Chris Rains, Garrett Yonker. Just want to say what's up to some of those people in here. We're about to rip through these questions. Johnny, we'll start with Toby Loba, who's asking Fulgham or Rieger, full point PPR.
I think I'm going to go with Rieger with the higher upside here. You like the matchup, and you want to go with the higher upside guy, I feel like, in this. So I would definitely go with Rieger. You also see Fulgham kind of losing a lot of target market share, and that is a little bit concerning.
Yeah, we've got Rieger with 90% snap share the past 2 weeks. This is a great matchup. Seattle giving up the most points per game to wide receivers, so I would smash on Rieger in this one.
And we've seen a lot of rookie wide receivers pop off games in good matchups. This could be Rieger's. He's been due for one.
Sam Crawford says, "Happy Thanksgiving, everyone." Appreciate that, Sam. Toby Loba added Jacoby Myers in later with that. Would you start Jacoby Myers over Rieger?
I still think I would go with Rieger just because I think the upside is still I think that Rieger has a safe floor today or this weekend, and I think that the upside is so much better.
Rajveer says, "What's up, guys?" Says it's Happy Thanksgiving, like he said. Rajveer asks, T. Higgins, Amari Cooper, or Devin Singletary in the flex full point PPR. Look, I'm going to go Amari Cooper here. He's pretty much seen about 7 targets regardless of quarterback. He's seen a little bit more in some games. We've got T. Higgins losing Joe Burrow. We've got Amari Cooper lined up. Yes, Washington's been a tough matchup, but his particular cornerback won't be that tough of a matchup in this game. So I like Amari Cooper here. And Devin Singletary, I mean, I don't know if you guys have been watching, but he looks like dog poop.
Unfortunately.
Sam Crawford says, "Hey guys, have Kerryon Johnson, James White, CEH, Eckler can only start 1 full point PPR. I would hold out for Eckler in hopes that he gets activated. If he doesn't, I would roll with CEH. But I do think that they're going to activate Eckler. From everything we're reading, it sounds like that's what's going to happen."
Yep.
Rajveer says 2 crap games today. He didn't say crap, but you can use your imagination to think what he said there. I would agree for the most part, especially with the Swift news. That's not fun. But I do think both these games are going to be close and competitive, and that's all you can ask for on Thanksgiving. Give me a competitive game to put on the tube.
Hey, we get football. We get football.
Yeah.
We got to be grateful.
Let's see here. Let's see. Toby Loba asked, "Will this be a carry-on game, Johnny?"
I do believe this will be a carry-on game. If you look at what happened in the last game, 70% of the snaps went to carry-on, 30% went to Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson just looks slow. Like if you watch him, he'll have every once in a while have his flash play, and I think that's why they give him the 8 to 10. All right, I would see him max getting 8 carries today. I think he even gets fewer. I think if I'm going to roll with Detroit Lions running back in today's game, it would be Kerryon Johnson. But there is a lot of risk there because that's not even a great option.
Sam Crawford says, "Smash that like button." We've got 10 of you watching. We want to thank you guys for watching. We've only got 6 likes. If we get those likes up there, we would greatly appreciate that.
We're aiming for 37. We're aiming for 37 likes on this live stream.
If you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. We'll shout you out if you let us know that you subscribed here in the chat. Let's see. Thomas Eagley says, "Should I start Duke Johnson?" I think Duke's in a great spot here today. He's got a great matchup. Should get all the volume. This is a game where Houston, I believe, is favored too.
Yeah,
and so that's a situation where they should have good game script for him. I like this matchup. 51 point over under. Yeah, I think Duke Johnson, depending on obviously who else you have, I think Duke Johnson's a good start. Chris Raines says DJ Moore, AJ Brown, or I guess AJ Brown or Antonio Brown, or Brandon Cooks need 2. I'm gonna guess it's Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I would guess as well.
Because if it was AJ Brown, he's an auto start for me. DJ Moore, Antonio Brown, or Brandon Cooks need 2, Johnny.
I'm gonna go with DJ Moore and Antonio Brown in this one. I like the matchup with Brandon Cooks, but I think this is more of a Will Fuller game.
Garrett Yonker says start Hawkinson or Andrews in Standard League.
I'm going Andrews.
This is tough.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Andrews.
Hawkins been solid.
And
yeah, I think I would lean Andrews. Unless you're getting that Thursday thirst.
Yeah.
If you're getting a little Thanksgiving thirst, you might want to throw Hawkinson in there. So let's see. Rajveer says, "I have a balanced experiment lineup, and I need some advice for basically the whole thing. I'm going to drop that right now." Happy Thanksgiving.
Now.
Or no. What does he say here? Taysom, Brady, Kirk at QB, Swift, Gurley, Drake, Edmonds, Mike Davis, and Lindsey at running back, Evans, Robbie, Curtis, Marvin, and
Oh, it says start 2 PPR. Oh, never mind.
that's a different one.
That's a different one. Sorry.
We'll get to that one.
All right, my bad.
I don't know what he's at. Is he asking? I need some advice for basically the whole thing. I mean, I don't know.
You're starting Gurley. You're gonna start Drake. At quarterback, I would start Brady. Oh,
I might start Taysom Hill.
okay, yeah. I would start Taysom. And then where would you go with the wide receivers here? I'd go Evans. I would go Evans.
Robbie Anderson, maybe. I might go Marvin Jones.
Yeah, I would
Mike
go
Evans and Marvin Jones. So you want to start Marvin Jones today? All right. Greg asks. Well, first he says Happy Thanksgiving. We appreciate that, Greg. He says start 2 PPR. Kenyon Drake, James White, Duke Johnson, Jalen Rieger, Michael Pittman, T. Higgins. Johnny, you have any thoughts on this one?
Going Drake, and I would go Rieger. Pittman should have a good game as well, but I think that Rieger's in a real nice blow-up spot, and they're going to have to keep pace with that Seattle team.
Toby Loba asked Big Ben or Wentz. I would probably go with Big Ben here, even against Baltimore. Wentz is a tough trust. I do think that he's in a great matchup. He is worth a stream, but Big Ben has the talent around him, and I think he could get a couple touchdowns here and kind of salvage your day, whereas Wentz could really just bone you. Rajveer says, I was thinking Singletary solely based on touches. I don't know what touches.
Yeah, Singletary's only going to get about 11 touches in this game, so and that's been diminishing over the last few weeks. So, yeah, I wouldn't.
Rajveer says, I'm a Steelers fan. I'm allowed to be salty. Fair enough.
Fair.
Michael Krause says, Salvon Ahmed, Zach Moss, Jamal Williams, Chase Edmonds, pick 2. I think you're going to go with Ahmed as one of them. And I think I would go Edmonds as the second. Edmonds has been able to do some decent work on limited touches. He's at least got the most upside of the rest of those guys.
Yep, I would agree.
Chris Raines confirmed it was Antonio Brown, but we got to that question. Yadvir Pata says, pick 1. AB, Balaj, or Duke, PPR. I'd say Duke Johnson here.
Yeah, in a PPR. I would go, yeah. Because Eckler could be back. You don't want to, and Duke is in a smash spot. And I would actually put Balaj third in this list, actually.
Yeah. Thomas Eagley says, should I start Wayne Gallman over Duke Johnson?
I would.
Really?
My Thursday thirst isn't that great to where I'd want to start. I trust in Wayne Gallman. That sounds so weird. I trust in Wayne Gallman this week.
I mean, he's definitely in the best matchup he's had, and he's been able to do it in pretty crappy matchups, even based on volume.
He's got the safer floor to me.
Yeah. Chris Raines says, thank you. You're welcome, Chris. Thanks for hopping in here. We've got 20 of you watching, only 10 likes. Those are rookie numbers. We got to get those up. If you could smash that like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe and let us know in the comments that you're newly subscribed. We'll shout you out here on the show.
We're trying to get to 37 likes on this live stream.
Yeah, I mean, we're only at 10. So.
Yeah. Got a long way to go.
I'm sorry. Gaming Jimmel says, what's up, guys? What's going on? Rajveer says, yeah, 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. Yeah, I think we got to your lineup up there. Spartan 22, I'm back, guys. Well, welcome back. We appreciate you jumping in here. He says, would you take Corey Davis or Christian Kirk? Johnny, what do you think on that one?
Well, we know that Ryan Tannehill has been struggling over the last few weeks. I would go with the upside of Christian Kirk. He's been more involved in this offense. It is a little bit more of a difficult matchup, but I do think that there is some potential for Christian Kirk.
Gaming JML says half point PPR, Gurley or Edmonds. I think you're going to roll with Gurley here. The volume has just been there for him. As long as he suits up, you'd be rolling with Gurley. Deontay Johnson or Jarvis Landry. Deontay Johnson has been just an absolute target monster when playing. Jarvis Landry is in an offense that just does not throw the football and cannot be trusted at this point. So I would go with Deontay Johnson. Frankie Gill says too much non-football talk. People want football stuff. That's all we've been talking about, man. So I don't know what you're referencing here. Rajveer says, my bad. I think my questions were kind of confusing. The T Amari Singletary thing was one league and the lineup thing was another. Yeah, I thought we got to both though, Rajveer. I think if you got a particular question on the lineup one, let us know. But Johnny and I kind of tag teamed going through that lineup. Hyped says Stafford or Carr, Johnny.
I'm going to go Derek Carr, especially with all the weapons depleted today for Matthew Stafford. I would definitely go with Derek Carr. Derek Carr also on a bit of a hot streak, too.
Rajveer says, LOL, what, Frankie? They're literally just talking about football. Yeah, that's definitely what we're talking about. And which is funny for us because sometimes we get into like food comments. So
yeah.
We won't get into that just yet, but I'm sure we'll have some side dish.
Maybe he started in the beginning of the show. Maybe he started from the very beginning where we got to warm up to the audience. We got to warm up our vocal cords. So we do talk a little non-football in the beginning.
Elias Griftopoulos says McLaurin or Lockett at wide receiver 2. I would roll with
going McLaurin here.
This is tough. Yeah, I think I would too. Just because Dallas' secondary has been so bad. Philly actually been pretty good, and so we could see the Slay treatment. Well, maybe not on
Lockett's
Lockett,
also a little bit banged up as well.
Nick Miner says, great stream, guys. Hope you have a great holiday. You as well, Nick. We appreciate you jumping on here and the kind words. You get all the stuffing you want. Best side dish. Nick. Oh. My man, coming in great with the best side dish.
That is a great side dish.
Yeah, it's the best. I was just having this debate last night with a lady friend about the favorite side dish. And she chose mashed potatoes, which of course is a classic.
Yeah.
We love that. Johnny, I know, loves that. Likes to put a little corn in there. Likes to get a little gravy all up in there.
Yeah.
But stuffing, man. And I like, what I like? The old school cream corn. You get some of the cream corn, a little bit of cream cheese in there, get a little bit of, real thick, 2 C's.
Oh.
So yeah. Just sorry, I got a little distracted there. Just waking up. Nick Miner says, how do you feel about Slayton this week? Thanks as always, boys. Appreciate you, Nick. Let's see. Slayton.
He's got really big boom potential. He's got him. I think this will be a steady Shepherd game, but you definitely do have the ability for Slayton to go over the top. Cincinnati is susceptible to big plays. So I think that both New York Giants wide receivers are in play this week.
Let's see. Hyped says, Frankie, cry me a river. Okay, never mind. We won't read the rest of that. Appreciate the support, though, Hyped.
Yeah.
We've got 15 watching, 16 watching, only 13 likes. So we get those likes up, we'd appreciate that. And, of course, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. Arjun says Will Fuller or Travis Fulgham or Nelson Aguilar. I have Juju and Deontay Johnson. Are they both worth playing this week? Pick 2. So I would play Will Fuller. I think that's the right play. And then I think I would play Deontay Johnson. I wouldn't play Juju over him, and I wouldn't play both of those guys because Baltimore secondary has been pretty good, but they, Austin made this point on the matchup show. Neither Peters or Humphreys has been exactly locked down, so they've given up some games to guys. I think Deontay Johnson's volume makes him the play here. And then you've got a situation where Will Fuller should be primed and ready to eat that turkey leg today against a banged-up Detroit squad. Kicks for Mike says Kyler or Justin Herbert. I guess it's got to be Kyler for me. Like we were talking about this a little bit on the matchup show. People don't realize that Kyler Murray right now has 20 more points than Lamar Jackson had at this time last year. He is on pace to have a better fantasy season than Lamar Jackson. He's got 10 rushing touchdowns. Lamar only had 6 through 11 weeks last year. They both have the same amount of passing touchdowns through that point last year. So Kyler is the man. Look, I love Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert's locked into really great things in this league and probably really great things this year. But yeah, for me, it's Kyler Murray, and it's not particularly close. Bars in the tuck. Do I start Alex Smith or wait for Tua and Rivers updates? I have Brissett and
I would play
Fitzmagic
Tua.
stash.
I would wait for Tua over Alex.
Yeah, I read yesterday that Tua, they don't think it's anything serious. They're probably going to get him back in there. So yeah, I like Tua's matchup. I think Tua's in a prime spot here, and I know it's a little risky, but I also think that he's the play. So bars in the tuck. I think Tua is the right call. Ethan Cedarman O'Neill says Gus Edwards or A.J. Brown, Johnny.
In this scenario, I'm going A.J. Brown. I don't mind the Gus Edwards play this weekend, but I would rather go A.J. Brown in this scenario if I have this option.
Let's see here. We've got Brandon Berry back saying right now I have a single game matchup going with Watson as MVP, Hawkinson, Fuller, Jones Jr., and Cutie. Only debate was switching Jones with Duke. Roll with Jones or swap for Duke. I honestly think I might swap Cutie for Duke. Are you able to do that?
Yeah, I would try doing that.
Because I think Jones and Duke could have good games. And yeah, Cutie should see extended work because Cobb's out. But give me the number one wide receiver and the number one running back in your lineup if you can.
100%.
Thomas Eagley says Goddard or Ertz. I'm not even sure Ertz is going to make it back, but even if he did, it would be Goddard. When Ertz is off IR, he followed it up there.
I think
Goddard's still the guy. Yeah, he may come down in targets. We'll have to see, but he's definitely going to be the touchdown guy in that offense, and we saw that even when Ertz was on the field. Rajveer says Hearst or Logan Thomas, tight end, full point PPR. Johnny, I think I'm going to go to Hearst here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Hearst as well. Unless you got that Thursday thirst, I wouldn't do it.
The thirst for Hearst?
No, you want the thirst for Hearst in this scenario.
Kane Russell, welcome in. Appreciate you joining. I have Deshaun Watson. Should I start Cooper Kupp or go with Brandon Cook's stack standard league? I'm not going away from Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
We were talking about this over the last 3 weeks, 40 targets for Cooper Kupp. He's getting insane amount of volume, and I would just keep rolling him out there. Elias Griftopoulos, pick a wide receiver too if Julio doesn't play. Lockett, Woods, Boyd. If he doesn't play, I'm planning on playing McLaurin at wide receiver 1. Yeah, well, I think that's smart. McLaurin is the way to go here. But then it's one of these 3 others if Julio doesn't go. I like that. And I think I would go Woods, Johnny. I think that's where I'm going to lean here against a banged-up San Fran defense. And then you talked about Lockett being banged up himself. Walker Base, welcome in. Says, morning, guys. Morning. Happy Thanksgiving. He says, DJ Shark or Antonio Brown. Johnny, I'll let you take that one.
I'm going to go Antonio Brown. I'm more confident in the targets that he's getting. And, even with, not quite noodle arm Tom Brady yet, but he's still pushing it down the field to Antonio Brown. He really likes him as a target. And I'm concerned with Chark being thrown the ball from a quarterback that has not thrown or started in the NFL in the last 2 years. No, thank you.
Hyped says Allen Robinson or Travis Fulgham. He says no problem. He had our back earlier. Just don't like the negativity. We appreciate that. Hype. Yeah. Allen Robinson or Travis Fulgham. You're starting Allen Robinson. Look, I know that he's probably going to be lined up with Kevin King in Green Bay, which isn't Jair Alexander, which is nice. There's also the situation, that Allen Robinson pretty much gets 9 targets a game. I think he's only not had that in 2 games.
He could be getting. It's looking like he'll get Mitch Trubisky as his quarterback back. But that's good news for him because when Mitch Trubisky's in there, he heavily targets Allen Robinson. So you like that.
Mitch and Allen Robinson basically last year got Allen Robinson to wide receiver 7 in PPR. So you like what you see out of either quarterback with Allen Robinson. He's a stud and he demands targets. Rajveer says, you guys think Deshaun could go for 303? Yeah. I mean, against Detroit, he could probably go for 404.
He probably already has it right now.
Yeah, he rolls out of bed with it.
Right.
That's no problem. At least he rolled out of bed. I almost didn't. All right, so we've got 13 watching, 18 likes. If we get those likes pushed up, we'd appreciate that. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. Let us know that you're new to the channel. We'll shout you out in here. Connor Boyce, he says, I've got 3 receivers, Calvin Ridley, DK Metcalf, and Michael Thomas. My flex is up to Thomas or Miles Sanders. Your thoughts? Very stacked team here for Connor. What are you thinking, Johnny?
I do like the Michael Thomas play. Like as far as if I need to have him in my lineup, as far as because of where I draft him, this team is absolutely stacked. I would go in this case with Miles Sanders just because the matchup is a difficult matchup for Michael Thomas. So I would actually go with Miles Sanders in this case because it's a great pivot.
All righty. Let's see what we got here. Rajveer says, I'm just disappointed with the goose egg last week. Understandable. He says, I lost by 4. That doesn't feel good.
No, not at all.
Connor Boyce, because my running backs are already Derrick Henry and Nick Chubb in PPR, by the way. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, you should win the league. You should definitely win the league on the backs of those two guys.
Kane Russell says, thanks. You're welcome. We appreciate y'all in here. Easy Now Boy says, hi. He says, hi, guys. Do we know if Eckler is out this week? Thanks for streaming on Thanksgiving. You all are goats. Well, we appreciate that. Is Eckler out? We don't know for sure, but we understand that what we're reading, is suggesting that Eckler should be back.
Yeah.
Jake says, half-point PPR, Gus or Carry-On?
I'm going to go Gus here. I don't trust Carry-On. Listen, he might have a good day. It's a good matchup. But unless you get that Thursday thirst, I wouldn't play. I would much rather have Gus. I'm confident in his ability. Even like if you, I just paused. Like I'm so like I'm so lost for words right now. I would play Gus Edwards.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Thomas
Egley says Parker or Fulgham. Johnny, you're going to go with
Parker. Love the matchup.
Parker,
New York Jets. You had Keenan Allen absolutely go off last week against the New York Jets. Parker been a favorite target of Tua, and even if Fitzmagic goes in there, we've seen that combo there.
All right, so we've got Ethan Coleman or Cedarman O'Neal. I've had Saquon, Eckler, Gaskin, and Taylor. Herbert, Ridley, D-Hop, and Lockett have been carrying me.
Taylor, hopefully you do get Eckler back. That was a stacked team.
Let's see. Hyped, would you go Cooks or Darrell Henderson? He's disappointed this past few weeks. I'd probably go with Brandon Cooks here. Darrell Henderson locked into a committee that's just kind of been a rotating door and not very good for fantasy purposes, but good for the Rams themselves. So I think they're going to be sticking with that. And Brandon Cooks has been quietly really solid over the last 5 weeks.
Yep.
Connor Boyce, thank you. You guys rock. I appreciate you, Connor. Appreciate you coming on here. Thomas Egley says, well, thank you guys. Have a good Thanksgiving. You as well. And Tony Chang wants to ask about your boy CeeDee Lamb, Johnny, or Antonio Brown.
I would still roll with Antonio Brown. I like what I saw last week from CeeDee Lamb. I just don't know if I can rely on it right now on a consistent basis with what looks to be a difficult matchup as well. I think, if this is Dynasty, is a different question, but AB this week.
Gus Ramos, welcome in, brother.
What
I was
up,
wondering
Gus?
if we're going to see you. Gobble, gobble. Happy Thanksgiving,
gobble, man.
Says.
Glad we were able to say Happy Thanksgiving to Gus, man.
Well, that's it. We've wrapped up all the questions here. We've still got 13 watching. We appreciate the likes. If you guys could smash that like button before you go. Johnny, you got anything else for this live stream?
I did have well, for a second I was like I do have a question. For a I got a question for a friend, asking for a
Yeah,
friend.
sure.
Yeah. So Robert Woods, Terry McLaurin, Deontay Johnson, and DJ Moore. Pick 3. PPR, full point PPR.
Wait, say him again?
Okay.
Sorry.
So it's
Pick 1?
No. I need 3 of the 4, right?
Okay.
All right. So DJ Moore,
Okay.
Deontay Johnson, Terry McLaurin, and Robert Woods.
So I think we're starting Terry McLaurin and Robert Woods. I think those are locked in.
Yep.
Those should be
I got
started.
those.
So
Yeah.
so we're debating between Deontay Johnson, DJ Moore,
Yeah.
and is that it? Just those
yeah,
two?
because Swift went out, unfortunately.
I would. Carolina's playing. Who's Carolina playing?
Carolina's
playing Minnesota. So it's DJ Moore or Deontay Johnson. Man, I think by the book you should go Deontay Johnson based on volume, but I kind of like DJ Moore's matchup here.
I know.
I think I would roll. I think I would roll with DJ Moore's upside. I think I
have to, right? Like I love talking about matchups, and I always do it. So I go with matchups most of the time.
Well, Ethan Cederman O'Neill says bench DJ Moore, man. He's coming in hot.
Oh, we got Whisper Nation helping me out. Interesting.
But I think I'm gonna go with DJ Moore over Deontay, just because of the secondary in Baltimore scares me a little bit. It's a lower over under. Shoot, we don't even know, that game could get postponed even.
Yeah, look at that. Like another positive test this morning.
Easy Now Boy says, once started playing Dynasty, I don't know if I could go back to normal next year. I love the commitment in Dynasty. What's your opinion on Dynasty? We love Dynasty. We started a Dynasty last year. That's kind of a, see-through league. We show you guys a few of those updates and stuff, and it's called the Dynasty Whisperers. Yeah, Dynasty's great. You just have to make sure you have the right group of members that are going to stay committed over time. But we feel very confident in the ones that we have, so we're about it.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like, if you don't have guys that are, and I'm not talking guys that are like, oh yeah, I'll play for a couple years. Like, you need guys that are, or girls. You need a league members that will be committed, even if their team is terrible, because there's a reality that like 4 teams are going to be very bad in 5 years. You got to
Johnny, I got a question for you.
All right, hit me with
I got to start 2 running backs out of these 3 guys. So it's David Montgomery, Jonathan Taylor, and Antonio Gibson.
Ooh. You need to start 2?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna sit. Wait, is this standard or PPR?
Yeah, it's standard.
I think I'm sitting Jonathan Taylor.
Okay. So then I got to start Amari Cooper, Brandon Cooks, Mike Williams, and Jonathan Taylor. You got to pick 3.
All right, wait, what are they again? Yeah,
Brandon Cooks, Amari Cooper, Mike Williams, Jonathan Taylor. You can start 2. One of those is a flex position.
Okay, I'm starting Amari.
So Jonathan Taylor, Mike Williams, or Brandon Cooks?
I think I'm gonna go Jonathan Taylor over those other ones.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah.
That's
what I would tell your friend.
Says, love the stream. Should I start Duke Johnson or Chase Edmonds? I think you're starting Duke Johnson. He's definitely got the shot to be the starting running back there, or at least to have the bell cow volume there. And then Taysom Hill or Cam Newton. Johnny, what do you think on that one?
This is a tough one. I do think that Cam is more of just a safe play. I think that Taysom Hill has the higher upside. So I would look at, well, and here's the other thing real quick. Is this a 4-point rushing touchdown or a 4-point passing touchdown league or a 6-point passing touchdown league, because I do think that does make a difference. Because I would, let's see. I hope he gets back to us on that one, because I think that would make a difference to me. If it's only 4-point passing touchdowns, then I think that then I would go with I think I would go with Cam Newton. But if it's 6-point passing touchdowns, I think I'm going Taysom Hill. Yeah, see, 4-point.
Yeah, it's 6-point rushing.
So I would go with Cam Newton.
SBB says Matt Ryan or Big Ben in PPR this week. I would go Matt Ryan. Big Ben's got a tough defensive matchup. Matt Ryan should be poised to kind of bounce back here. I like Matt Ryan's matchup. I know it's a little scary, but I would start Matt Ryan.
Yep.
High Pipe, do you guys trust Zeke in non-PPR? I like Zeke now. We saw some life out of Andy Dalton.
I like Zeke now.
Well, no, I mean, honestly, after the Dak injury,
after you got a makeover and you look a little better, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But I think with Dalton's increased usage or increased play, you like what you're getting out of him.
I mean, you certainly the offensive line is still a concern, and there are issues, but it does look better than it did a couple weeks ago.
All right, Johnny, I think we did it, man. I think we're done with this Thanksgiving Day stream. We hope that Whisper Nation enjoys all the food today. They enjoy the lineup stream here, and I hope that they get that W, and they eat not only a W, but some great food today with some great people. Hopefully they stay safe and stay sane out there.
Yep, appreciate you. Appreciate Whisper Nation. Happy Thanksgiving. We are thankful for all of you guys. We're thankful for all of our subscribers. If you aren't a subscriber yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell so you get notified anytime that we go live. We got one. Oh, Austin Sear jumping in here real quick. He's asking Carr or Newton. I'm asking you, Travis. Where'd you go?
I would play Derek. I would play Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr's floor is about the same as Cam Newton's. And right now, it looks like Derek Carr's ceiling actually may be higher because of what he's been able to do in shootout games and bigger games. So I would go with Derek Carr.
All right, there you have it. High Pipe.
All right, Whisper Nation.
High Pipe said, "Thank you, fellas. Good stream. I appreciate that."
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. For Johnny Game Time Hicks, I'm Big Travie, and we are the Fantasy Whisperers. We're out. Peace.
Peace.